I remember when I got so sunburned in California that I couldn't walk for 3 weeks. So this was back in maybe 2007. Me and my best friend at the time decided that we were going to go out to California and try and look for a job. I was trying to get into the music industry, and California at the time was the place to be. So we travel out there. We fly into LAX. We're going to stay right basically there in LA. We ended up getting a hotel that was like right outside of Inglewood. And after all of the professional bullshit, going to job interviews, submitting resumes, all of that, we decided we were just going to kind of take it easy. It's the first time either of us had been on the West Coast, so we were going to take full advantage of it. The hotel that we were staying at had a rooftop pool. Now, let me preface this by saying I love to be outside. I don't use suntan lotion, sunscreen, none of that. I probably have skin cancer right now. So I didn't really think anything of it when we get up to this rooftop pool and we're just hanging out and chilling. I'm with my friend. He's in the pool. I'm sitting on the chair, just lounging, reading a book. We're both hanging out. It's 10:30 in the morning, maybe. So it's not even that late in the day. It's not even that hot. Sun is out, but it's not really out. It's out, but it's kind of hazy, all that kind of nonsense. So because I don't care about sunscreen, none of that, I'm thinking it's all good. I ended up falling asleep on the lounge chair. Now I'm laying on my back, like typical. My buddy is laying on his stomach. We both fall asleep for maybe 2.5 hours. We wake up, it's about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Don't really think anything of it. This was just a normal day at the pool for a couple hours. Cut to, we're going around Hollywood, Venice, Santa Monica. We're just kind of hanging out, checking everything out. Start walking. There's a path that will connect you from Santa Monica to Venice Beach. People use it. You've seen it in movies and TV. People rollerblade on it, all that kind of, ride bikes, walk on it, whatever. So we're walking on this, and I start noticing that my legs are not on fire, but my legs are hurting. On top of that, my shoulders are starting to feel pain that you get when you know that you got sunburned, but it's not set in just yet. I started getting that pain. Saying to my buddy, yo, I think we got burned earlier, or I think I got burned earlier. He says,
I think I did too.
He's like,
my back is starting to itch, starting to feel weird.
I'm like, man, my legs are killing me right now. Cut again to maybe an hour later. We had walked from Venice to Santa Monica, which is like a pretty good distance. We're just kind of hanging out, and it's gotten progressively worse. And I say to him, dude, I think I am in trouble right now. I am burnt. I think we need to go and get something. So he's like,
all right, well, let's just go back to the hotel. Let's hang out. We'll take a shower. Then we'll go to dinner, and we'll see what's up.
So we get back to the hotel. I get in the shower. Immediately, I realize that this was a bad idea. I am dying. The hot water is killing my shoulders. It's running down my legs, killing my legs. So I flip the water all the way to cold, take the shower, finish it. I get out. I'm like, dude, I think this is a problem. He gets in the shower. He screams immediately, comes back out, and is like,
yo, my back. I just looked at it in the mirror. My back is completely red.
So I turn him around. His back is, no fucking joke, completely red. As this is happening, I'm laughing. We're both having a good time, just dying over this. And I realized that we probably both fucked up. So he's like,
all right, I don't think I want to go anywhere for dinner. Let's just go across the street. We'll grab some food.
There was a little taco place right there.
We'll grab some food.
And then there was a liquor store right there.
We'll get some alcohol. We'll come back and we'll just chill. See how everything is tomorrow.
That's great. So we go across the street, get the tacos. Every step that I'm taking, it's starting to feel like my legs are on fire. He has a shirt on, obviously, and he's like,
man, that shirt is rubbing me, and it feels like it's ripping my skin off.
I'm like, let's just finish the food. We'll get some beer, go back to the hotel, and just hang out. We go to the liquor store. We rented a car, and for some reason, I can't remember why, but we actually drove. I think it's because we had to cross Century Boulevard, and like neither of us wanted to walk because the traffic was like too much. So we got in the car and went over. And I remember we went to the liquor store, and he stayed in the car. I was like, I'll just run in. I'll grab something real quick. I go inside. There's a whole line. We're basically in Inglewood right now. We got the bulletproof up in the liquor store. There's a huge line. So I grab a case of Heineken and a bottle of something. I think it was just like a bottle of rum. And I'm waiting in the line, and there's a girl. There's probably 5 people ahead of me. And there's a girl who's in the middle, this black girl, and she starts yelling like,
oh, my boy in the car has got a bunch of weed. If anybody needs weed, I got weed.
So you got to remember, like, this is California 2007. It's still not completely legal there, but of all of the places, California has the best chance. So I basically raised my hand. I'm like, yo, I want some weed. And she's like,
come outside.
And I was like, all right, let me get my liquor first. So I pay for my stuff. I go outside, and surprisingly, she's still there. She flags me down. She's sitting in the car. Her boyfriend's in the car. I just get in the back of the car, and I'm like, yo, your girl here said that you got a bunch of fire. I'm on vacation. I want some weed. And they start kind of like pressing me for like, oh,
Where are you from? Why are you here?
not really anything serious. I don't look like a narc, but I can understand their reservation. So talking to guys,
How much money you got?
I said, I only got like maybe $40. So he gave me basically like 3 grams of some dank and just put it in my hand, essentially. Didn't put it in a bag or nothing. Just dropped a bunch of buds in my hand. And I was like, that's cool, whatever. So I get back in the car. I'm like, dude, I got a bunch of stuff. We gotta go smoke this. I got the beer. I got the liquor. We just ate. Let's get stoned. We're in California. We're hanging out. We want to just chill because we're feeling pretty terrible. So let's go. So we get back to the hotel, roll up a blunt, and we start smoking it. And this was probably the worst idea because as soon as we started smoking the blunt, that's when everything started feeling in my body. And I realized that like, this is a problem with this sunburn. My whole entire front of my legs, from the middle of my thigh down to the bottoms of my feet, were essentially completely sunburned, like bright red, on fire. My shoulders are completely sunburned as well. My buddy, his back and the back of his legs are exactly like my front is. This is Tuesday evening. We smoked a blunt. We're just hanging out. I'm laying in the bed. He's laying in the other bed on his stomach. And we're sitting there. We're like, dude, we really fucked up. We start drinking. We start having a good time. But all the while, the sunburn pain is getting progressively worse. It's getting to the point where we have a problem. Before we get too drunk or too stoned, we go back out. There is a Walgreens or a Rite Aid not far away. Go and buy this big bottle of aloe. Come back to the hotel, put the aloe on. Bunch of other stuff happened. We ordered some hookers, but that's a story for another day. Cut to the next morning. I wake up. I cannot move. Literally every time I bend my legs, it feels like my shins are being ripped out of my legs. The sunburn had gotten so bad that it got to deep inside my body. I couldn't even get up to take a piss. When I got up to try and go to the bathroom, I literally fell over because it felt my legs were exploding. My buddy was still on his stomach because he couldn't lay on his back because, number one, even a shirt was feeling like it was tearing him up. Number two, do you ever have a pillow in a hotel? They're not exactly the greatest. And so all of that's just kind of tearing him up. So he can get up and walk around as long as he don't have to wear anything. I can't even get up and walk around because it feels like my legs are going to blow up. We ended up sitting in that hotel room, no bull, for 3.5 days until we had to leave. When we were going to leave, I couldn't even put socks on because my ankles and my feet had swollen up so bad that my socks wouldn't fit without feeling like it was tearing my feet off. I knew that because we were going to the airport, I was gonna have to take my shoes off again. I wasn't trying to deal with this in the airport. I'm feeling like trash. Literally for 3 days, I could not move unless absolutely necessary because it felt like my legs were exploding because of how bad the sunburn was. So I'm wearing sandals. We get on the plane. I'm dying. It literally feels like my legs are being ripped off. I can't explain to you how bad this ended up feeling. Get home. I basically laid on the couch for the next 2 weeks because the sunburn still wasn't even at its peak worst. The peak worst didn't even happen for maybe 3 or 4 days after I got home. And then it turned into both of my legs, the entire fronts of my legs were swollen and purple. I essentially had 2nd-degree burns on my legs. This all happened from 2.5 hours in the sun. I could not walk. I wore boxers, but I didn't even wear pants for the next 2 weeks. I literally did not move unless I absolutely had to. After about maybe 10 days, both of my legs started completely peeling. You know when you get a bad sunburn and before your skin starts to peel, it fills up with like water, liquid, and then you feel like you need to pop it? Both of my legs were completely like that from the middle of my thigh all the way down to my feet. And so I'm just leaking water and my skin is coming off in strips. Like, you know how sometimes you pick your skin and it's just like little pieces, looks like little like scab kind of pieces, really nothing. I'm literally pulling this off in sheets. My legs stayed purple for the next probably 2 weeks after that. And then finally, it all kind of went away. Now, there are some good things to this. Number one, I had an amazing tan. The front of my body was great. I looked like I had just been like chilling on an island for the last 5 months. Ever since then, there has only been one time that I've gotten sunburned. Even after that, I didn't use any sun lotion, sunscreen, none of that. Somehow something changed in my body like a damn mutant to where I can handle sun now like it's nobody's business. I could literally sit in the sun for 15 hours and wouldn't even be burnt at all. So there are some good things to it, but there are also some bad things. I'm pretty sure that it gave me skin cancer. I mean, it's also possible that like all of the other times that I've sat in the sun have given me the skin cancer, but I'm also pretty sure that was like the catalyst jumping off point where I activated my mutant cells and now we're skin cancer, man. If you take anything away from this, it's don't underestimate the sun. Don't underestimate the sun in California. And don't think that because you can handle sun, that your body can handle sun. Because this 3 weeks was probably the most miserable time physically for me. Even in comparison to other medical issues that I've had physically. So yeah, always make sure to wear your sunscreen. Do as I say, not as I do.